Well, let's talk to Yersultan Zhanseitov from the Institute of World Economics and Politics in Kazakhstan. Yersultan, welcome. People watching perhaps in many other parts of the world might be looking at those pictures and shrugging their shoulders. I mean, just explain to us, how significant is this meeting?
Well, it's safe to say that the current meeting is historical, both for China and for the Central Asian countries. We should mention that this is the first offline meeting in this kind of format, C5+1, where all 6 leaders of 6 countries are meeting in the ancient city of Xi'an. We should also say that Xi'an is the oldest capital of China. It has been the capital of China for more than 1,000 years in Tang Dynasty, in Han Dynasty. So this is a historical moment.
I mean, as you allude to, the decision to hold this summit in the city of Xi'an, of course, is significant, isn't it? It historically marks the starting point of the ancient Silk Road. I mean, it's of great significance, isn't it?
Indeed. So we should also mention that the prosperity of the Central Asian region that we historically know, it's clearly and closely connected to the ancient Silk Road. So during the medieval times, during the ancient times, in the modern times, Central Asia was always economically, historically, and culturally connected to China. And now we are entering the new era, entering the new epoch, which will boost the cooperation between the region and China.
Is this just about ceremony? What do successful outcomes look like? What should we anticipate from this summit?
Well, the outcomes will be about all the sectors of the economy. First of all, I would like to mention that nowadays the transport and logistics is crucial both for Central Asia and China. In that context, I would like to mention the Trans-Caspian region, which is very significant for Kazakhstan in particular. We should say that after what happened in Ukraine, the northern corridor that goes through Russia and Belarus is not much reliable anymore. So it is beneficial both for Central Asian countries and for China as well to invest more in the Trans-Caspian region, to have multiple options in transport corridors to Europe, because Europe is one of the biggest trading partners with China. So in the future, in the near future, and in the future in general, I would be expecting that there will be more cooperation on transport and logistics. Actually, that was been already announced during the meeting of Mr. Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, the president of Kazakhstan, with the General Secretary of CPC, Mr. Xi Jinping, yesterday.
What does this summit say about the influence of China in this region?
It is quite natural that influence of China in the region of Central Asia will be growing, expanding, and I would say that this kind of influence is actually win-win cooperation. Both regions, like Central Asia and China, they have many different spheres where the cooperation can be deepened. For example, we could also mention the sphere of renewable energy. Since we all know in the future, sooner or later, the fuel energy, from coal, oil, and gas, that will be in the past. So the future is about renewable energy. As an example, I would like to mention the wind power plant in southern Kazakhstan with a capacity of 1 gigawatt that was been already constructed in Kazakhstan. So renewable energy is a big topic for cooperation, and it's a big sphere where we can expand the cooperation. Also, given that Central Asia has lots of minerals, metals like copper and other rare metals that are required in the renewable energy.
Yersultan, we have to leave it there. The clock's beaten us, but good to see you, and thank you so much for coming on the programme. Yersultan Zhanseitov from the Institute of World Economics and Politics in Kazakhstan.